Hooch, have you got yourself muted on
No,
OBS?
no, there it goes. Now it's working. We're good.
All right, we're good even with me here.
I'm waiting for the stream to click back in, but
All right, I will stay
no,
unmuted
it
for the
was a
moment.
microphone setting. When I was messing around with my microphone earlier this week, it reset some stuff.
Right, okay.
Man, you had me. You made me be a good boy.
Okay,
Well, we're still not sure whether that is or isn't.
I think we're back.
I think I took the
So,
wrong turn again.
Harrison, continue talking about your fantastic rugby tales.
How beautiful all of the England players are. Well, the fact that they were so mature and they actually came out at the end of the game and said, you know what, this was good, but we've got to improve on this because we still need to beat them another once.
Yep.
Because it's the first time we've ever beaten them in Australia.
Were you watching the Wales versus Slovakia game today?
That was football. Yes.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
was football if you weren't calling it American.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think this is the
it's
first
actually
time
called football because someone I forget who created the word football. Oof.
God, there we
Oh,
go.
was it English? Oh, it was! It was! Oh, you guys are so good at being wrong.
Cultural warfare.
Hey, I never said that you were right or wrong.
But anyway, yeah, I think Wales won for the first time in like 50
Yes, it
years
did.
or something.
Yeah, it was 1958 was the last time they scored against them.
Which
If, I remember, if memory serves me
crazy.
right from when I was watching it earlier.
Yeah, but yes, well done to Wales. And England is currently playing Russia, and we're probably going to lose because England sucks at football.
You know what? Good luck to England.
Yeah, because they fucking need it. Icarus, what have you been doing this week?
Oh well, I've been out on my own little sea tour, been having a lot of fun, and came back and then saw that some new things happened on the PTU, and then now it's on the PU. So I'm a very happy person. Weather is beautiful. I've been enjoying the beach, and yeah, been enjoying good company and good friends.
Good man, good man. And Val, what have you been doing this week?
Work, fighting off a head cold, writing, and going to the pool when I can.
Oh,
Hey, the pool.
the cold sucks.
Yeah.
But the rest, I mean, going to the pool sounds pretty awesome and
I have
writing.
to ask the question: was the pool heated?
Yeah. There's
Oh,
only
see, that's
heated pools in the Reston area, so we
Believe
got
me when I-
memberships to that one.
Believe me when I say it, that is a plus because
Oh, it is absolutely.
the water at the beach today was about 69, and outside it was 92. It's quite the difference.
Yeah, that's about like jumping into a cup of
Ice.
ice water.
Yes, it was. It was
Ouch.
quite like that.
Yeah, but was it like blue water though? Like
It is very
it-
nice water, but it is cold. Cold with a
Yeah, the
capital
thing
C.
is, like, I
The
think
water we get in the sea is like 2 degrees.
it's fucking grey as well.
Well, that's because
It's
you live
so
up there.
cold. It is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's a
think
tad bit
We don't
nipply.
even live up.
Yeah.
Literally, when I get out, my nipples are set to cut glass.
Hooch,
That's how
Okay.
they felt.
what have you been doing this week?
Work, PTU. I found out that Oakley knows exactly the girth of a donkey's throat.
Ooh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. He told us this yesterday. He's an expert in the girth of a donkey's throat. Yeah, just
It's true.
generally. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Coming to terms with that disturbing fact.
Yeah.
Right.
Tried to
Couple hours.
get some special effects sounds working with Skype and changed all my microphone settings, and I think that's why my sound was messed up at least.
Okay. Is it all fixed now? Do you know?
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really quiet over on. It just sounds really quiet, so I'm not sure.
Mm.
That was me trying to sneak past my mother sleeping and trying to get in the cookie jar.
What have I done this
Right,
week?
we can just turn the volume up.
I have been doing some of my own work. Currently trying to improve my digital art at the moment, so I've been doing that on Photoshop and PTU essentially. Just been relaxing, which is lovely, which is something I don't often get to do. But yes, it's been very nice. Um, so this topic of the week, roleplay. This is something that I think is going to be an interesting topic because it's something that we haven't covered before, but it's something that I think is important to cover because it's something that I think a majority of players in the game are going to be doing. So
I think it's very important to cover it at some point because up until this point, we have been very focused on FPS and dogfighting.
yeah.
So the introduction of roleplay really opens up the game and invites a lot of older players back that have kind of lost interest up to this point.
Hmm. I think it's also important because I think a lot of people from previous RPG backgrounds are coming into Star Citizen as well. So especially seeing as we haven't had a good space sim RPG in a while, it's gonna attract a lot of people to play games. So
I'm just going to roleplay as a more successful version of myself. As a successful.
It's not hard to do, really, is it?
yeah, you just
No,
you
it's not. It's bloody easy. Hence why it's my roleplay. Too lazy for anything else.
I think I'm still going for my role play to play a middle-aged woman who,
Homosexual.
who is sexual, Vegan.
24, but actually he's 43.
who is vegan
And has 20 cats.
yeah, and has
Jeez, could
20.
you imagine 20 cats on a ship? The hair would be everywhere.
And
In-
survives on
in
If we
the air,
turn
everywhere.
cats into ships, then I would be that old lady.
Somebody raids your ship, you don't have to worry about anything. The cats are going to get it.
Yeah. Raiding a vandal.
Like, oh, you
ship.
like ships? I've got all of them.
Yeah. Have all of the cats.
Okay, with role playing.
So what?
Here I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give the daddy speech now. All right. I've been in some conversations with Command on this. The idea is you can role play pretty much whatever you like. Come up with your own background, but keep it simple. This is kind of the guidance we're getting. Obviously, you don't want to say I'm Captain Bob from such and such, and I saved the planet, blah, 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 in reputation, because you're going to be dealing with other real players. And other real players, you come out with, well, I'm the hero of the such and such campaign, and that's written into your history. Other players are going to go, you're full of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
So, you got to think about these things. So, when you're designing your history for your character, keep that in mind, that you're going to be in discussion with other real people, and if it comes off as BS, that's how they're going to treat it.
I think you need
So
to be able to roleplay successfully as an average Joe, because you need to be able to fit in with
Yeah.
other average Joes. If you're like, I conquered an entire Vandal planet by yourself.
Yeah, with a toothpick and a
Does that mean
paper
I'm
clip
not
and a
allowed
rubber
to be
band,
Yeah. Mm.
Here's where I'm going to jump in here, though. It's not to say that, hey, they have previously mentioned that they were going to make this encyclopedia that, if you kill some infamous space pirate, you go down in history, right?
Oh, yeah.
That character's name. So if you have a continuation of that character, that is your account that you say my.
Oh
older
yeah, for
character
future
died,
character.
then the son-
We're talking with just the starting though. Your starting
Right,
character.
okay.
We're not really
You're not
talking about that yet.
further on down
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah,
with
further
the
on-
family lineage.
When you're a boot camp baby, essentially, that's kind of your roleplay then. Boot
See,
camp
that's
baby.
a catch point too, though. From a writer's perspective, and having started out roleplay guilds in a lot of games at launches, you gotta have some chiefs, some leaders to push the narrative of whatever group, organization, guild, clan you're in.
And that's fine. But
You're gonna have those guys that have to jump out of the gate being an admiral, that have to kind of fluff their story up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But here's
Like Admiral
the
Moose.
key essential thing to remember for those characters: they have to be believable. You can gloss your story up as much as you want, but if their character has no flaws or it has no quirks or personalities, and it's just like a resume sheet, then no one's gonna want to play with that character.
Yeah.
I like to play villains because I feel like heroes are only as good as the villains they get. And if I can make a really good villain for heroes to encounter, then the story just benefits from it. And so when I play
both
games
parties benefit.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I like to write a really compelling villain that has like, why is he doing what he's doing? It's not just for the sake of I just murdered 30 kids. No,
Okay,
he murdered those 30 kids because they were going to be Jedi. That's all there is to it. Or
Curtis?
they were going to join the army
right.
and fight his. Like there's reasons for it, and so I feel like people get caught up in the grandeur of creating the character, but they forget like the subtleties,
The struggles.
and the nuances. Yeah.
Yeah. Curtis, just remind me to put this into Val's dossier later.
That's
That I
going
murdered
down
30
right now.
kids.
Yeah, you've basically
I was
just
gonna
told
invite
it.
Val-
You've basically just told
but-
internal security that you like to play bad guys. So.
But the thing is, what he could do is he could play anti-hero. So he's essentially
Like
the
Deadpool.
he's essentially the Deadpool of the UEENR.
I'm only messing.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
yeah, obviously, people like Hawk and stuff are going to embellish a little, but even they know not to embellish it to the point to where it's ridiculous.
But the good thing is that they can build upon us.
Yeah.
We are the building blocks to which they make
Yeah.
their pinnacle.
Now, once we're in
Because we
game,
follow them.
yeah, once we're in game and things are rocking and rolling, you go out and you board that Vandal spaceship, kill everybody on board or whatever. You've got bragging rights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
and when you're talking about quirks and personalities and stuff like that, I'm planning on playing a quirk
part
and
of it.
personality.
Mm-hmm.
If please everyone, for the good of mankind, if Monty is about to do something really heroic, can someone just fucking shoot him? I can't deal with that.
That's what I'm there for.
Oh,
I hit the reactor button and then you got nothing.
Thank God.
Yeah, the only problem is you take out everybody else as well.
Yeah.
Hit that shit. Like this is it. Like bring down the curtain. Like just bang.
Yeah, I think.
So what other?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. No, please go ahead.
I was going to ask. So we all want to make that great backstory that's not necessarily all grandeur illusions, but a humbling background that really invites players to interact with them.
I'm probably going to be a right
But-
shithead. I'm not fantastically building on the grandeur. I'm going to build.
I
complete
apologize for the
mastery.
following sounds that are about to come in.
That's fine.
Oh,
I
as he
think-
revs his engine. I apologize for this great
I
big
apologize.
engine I'm pressing the gas on outside. Yeah.
I was making a light.
What would be interesting actually is to see characters develop from almost nothing. So you could have this
That would
character that was once a bad guy and thought to himself, you know what? No, I'm going to make a change, be a better man or woman, because we're politically correct on the Reservist podcast.
Are we?
And no, we're definitely fucking not politically correct here. And yeah, just see him basically
Thought I
bloom
subbed up for the wrong player.
from this. So it'd be really cool to see that kind of.
Well,
happen.
yeah, but if you're gonna create a bad guy like that, all right, you gotta remember if you're playing ex-pirate Bob, and you're responsible for a cruise liner being blown up, killing 300 people, you're probably not going to be in the UEENR,
You know,
even
I'm
if you
beginning
decided to
think
go good.
It's an accident. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
that- I'm
Oops.
beginning to think this Bob is a really popular
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob's,
guy.
Bob's
Fucking
infamous.
Bob.
Yeah, fucking Bob. God damn it, Bob.
But you see what I'm saying though. If you're
Yes.
you used to be a pirate, fair enough. You used to be a smuggler, fair enough.
Han
You
Solo.
used to be yeah. But if you're the guy that's responsible for the travesty of Metron
Operation
4, you're probably not going to be in the Navy Reserves because we're probably likely to shoot you on sight.
Well, and here's the other interesting facet to this game that people are going to have to consider versus traditional MMOs, the respawn system. So, like, if you start acting like a capital A dickhead and you start killing a mass amount of people, like, eventually you're going to accumulate a bounty. Other more security-centric organizations are going to start keeping watch for you, and you're going to either have to A, go underground, or B, risk getting your head taken off flying around. Like,
It
the
could
death
come,
is a
yeah.
little more persistent in this game, so you can't just, like, you know, get whacked flying around and be like, oh, well, that didn't happen. I got an event to continue next week. No, you're just done.
Well, we could potentially end in a situation where one of our people ends up being hunted by us.
One of
Oh,
our
that'd
own
be cool.
turns bad.
Either
Internal
that,
manhunt.
or it'll affect the whole org's reputation.
Oh, you know what I would love to see is if entire organizations' reputations go down,
Get tainted.
get tainted.
They can.
because
That's what they said they will.
And I'd love from there you could build entire storylines where there's secrets that should never be told in organizations. Like the shit went down that never goes out to the public because
Like-
So,
otherwise.
perfect example is
Or
Operation Pitchfork back in the day when they when the UE decided to not get there in time and the massacre occurred.
yeah,
Which, if anybody doesn't know, it's a huge fan-based storyline that people are really trying hard to make real in the game.
well,
So,
I think what is it? They're doing it during the beta. They've decided that during the beta they're gonna launch this attack against the Vandal fronts, and that's going to be the first ever massive player-driven event. And I think CIG have already acknowledged it. It's gonna be
that's good. I'm glad that, and I say it once, I'll say it again, that CIG is really outdoing themselves by keeping them very tied in with the community. That is one of the key things in making this a reality.
Most definitely. I can't wait to see, because I mean, as they said, they're going to build the role play system and most of the quests around us, because they have said that they're planning on putting game masters in the game as well, that drive stories and give missions and all this sort of thing. So that's going to be.
Can you imagine what the UENR's reputation would be if, let's say, a captain of one of our capital ships hired on somebody who was a known drugs baron?
Yes.
Rory?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did I speak too soon?
I didn't mention any names. I said no names.
No names were mentioned actually, technically. So yeah, he's never gonna live it down, is he?
No,
Say
never.
Gonna live that down.
But moving forward, so we talk about the basis of our foundation, but really I think what a lot of people are excited for is to see where it leads to, what different role playing personas you can take on, like the mining, the exploration. I'm really excited to see how the exploration and science research pans out. That's really going to be amazing.
Yeah. I'm interested, as we're talking about roleplay, I'm interested to see how famous players become famous scientists and explorers.
And they get things named after them.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's going to be something absolutely amazing about how this RPG is going to go out. And like even players who become famous racing pilots as well, like win the Murray Cups and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be insane. And like it will be interesting to see these players actually become celebrities, like within the game, like actually gain celebrity status.
Like dukes and stuff that earn so much money that they can just do whatever they want because they've managed to hit a market and just got loads of money.
Essentially.
Amaze balls.
It'll be really great to see that happen.
I think Harrison just came a little bit.
Oh
God, he whispered
just a
it
wee
as well.
bit.
Oh God, it's a bit creepy. But yeah, I mean, what sort of characters are we planning on creating then? What characters do we want to have in the verse that represent us? Are they going to be futuristic versions of ourselves, or are they going to be completely different people that you've thought about and have entirely different flushed out backstories? What's that going to be like for you guys?
Well, to guess first, I mean, you know.
Oh, Val.
Yeah.
Val, what are you gonna be? What's your plan for your character?
Well, since this game is a little different from the cut and dry, Star Trek Online, Star Wars: The Old Republic, World of Warcraft, so on and so forth. I tend to play those games a little more as I would expect myself to behave. So, I'm usually a nice guy, and sometimes it bites me in the rear. Like when I played The Division, I usually am the guy that's getting wrecked by the crew that walks by me in the dark zone. So, because I'm like, oh hey, other players, and they're like, fuck this guy. So I'll probably be playing someone who's got a pretty well grounded moral compass. Likely going to be some kind of veteran, but not explicitly trained or anything like that. And he's mostly just going to kind of be coping with the struggle that is, post-military service and struggling to figure out how he fits into the world, or in this case, the galaxy at large. Like, he spent the formative years of his life, up to like a decade or so in the military, and so that's kind of shaped his mentality and the way he approaches his life and his goals and everything. And then that's removed from him after his term of service is done. So now he's trying to figure out, like, well, how do I pay my bills? What bills am I gonna pay? Like, just how is he gonna make his living? And then
how do I avoid child support?
How do I live?
How do I avoid the dependent mouses? No. He's just gonna kind of be struggling along. It's gonna seem a little bit like maybe a Malcolm Reynolds Han Solo kind of character at first, but as I kind of develop the story for the organization that he's in for GSI, it's going to kind of take on some different spins and stuff. But at the onset, of launch, that's what he's going to kind of look like.
Fantastic. And do you have an idea of what your character looks like? Like, is he based on you, or is he a completely different person? Or she?
Probably based on me, just for simplicity.
Yeah. That character creation, though.
Right. Do I want medium or heavy?
Yeah. Harrison, what about you? What sort of character are you creating?
I can't decide between two.
That's three.
Two.
Two.
Two?
Two.
Two.
Goes to the third, huh?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like football and soccer.
Yeah. And egg.
Now, do I go ruthless, gun for hire, or twatish, me? Or just me?
Twatish me.
I don't think you needed the me on that.
Oh, damn. Or do I just play...
Curly-haired, barely puberty kid.
The term is prepubescent.
Oh, bless him. He'll grow up.
Let's pick up a thesaurus at some point, shall we, guys?
Can we call him... I've just thought of his call sign, Peter Pan.
And it's not even a derogatory thing. I mean,
It's not. He'll never grow up.
Well, of course it's not, no.
We could start calling him Pinocchio. I'm a real boy.
Oh.
God, there's so much slander. Love it.
I'm not sure whether these are insults or compliments, to be honest, because, Pinocchio,
so
I thought he was a good-looking lad.
speaking of Pinocchio, on our first mission, can we go by call signs for Disney franchised characters?
I'm so calling Sleeping Beauty right now.
I'll be Iron Man.
Yeah, I'll be Goofy.
Or wait a minute, no. If we do it that way, I'm Han Solo.
Oh, you bastard. Admiral Akbar.
Yay!
Yeah, you fucking calamari.
So anyway, back on to Harrison. What character did you want to make in the series?
Well, the two that I'm deciding between is whether or not to do a regular mercenary kind of guy, and they're both going to be pretty much the same person. I'm going to be the same person, but the mercenary guy will obviously conduct himself a little differently, more militaristic rather than money-wise.
I was thinking more Caboose from Red versus Blue.
Oh my god!
Or I would go for a money guy, a more of a dude that runs a bit of a small business but makes enough off of it to have a nice living and to donate some to the UENR, which he's also a member of, proud member of.
So
Like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So either be me, but a successful me, or me with a big gun me.
I can see you being with the big gun. It's more shouts. Here I am.
Yeah.
Hi.
You know, and it's interesting too because you know the career can make or break a character. You know, it shapes a person in different ways. You know, the shoe salesman is not going to be the same as the jockey fighter pilot.
The Jackie fighter pilot. I like how you put that in there.
Well, the thing is that as the shoemaker, if you're a good shoemaker, you can buy 4 little mercenaries to kill the single Jackie fighter.
You're anticipating that the Jackie guy does not get killed by all 4 because he typically comes out on top.
Well, then you know what? I'm gonna hire an organization. Fuck that guy. That one guy. I'm gonna spend my fortune on an entire organization to hunt him.
It's going to be called Fuck That Guy Incorporated.
That's actually a really good org. Someone should make that. Fuck that guy. Assassination.
Shotgun.
Yeah, assassination org. Incredible.
That's going to be an interesting thing is assassination roleplay. You know, I'm sure there's going to be corporations out there you could pay money to go assassinate a guy.
Sorry?
You didn't see anything.
I know you.
I went in the dossier right then.
I know nothing.
So moving on, Icarus, what kind of character do you want to make?
Well, I actually made a biography of my guy up to the point of joining the UENR. Just kind of like a small background, kind of like what we talked about. I made a very super simple. You know, he grew up in a middle-class family on a planet in the Davian system. I did a little background research on the star maps and located that actually the Aegis Dynamics corporate headquarters is in Sestilis, which is in the Davian system. And so I went on about, you know, I did a little background story on the parents, and then, you know, he's basically a child that doesn't really find interest in normal things. He doesn't want to live a normal life working in a manufacturing parts or, you know, doing a data programming for a company that's what his parents do. So he decides that after doing some of the college and he's disinterested in that, he decides to join the Navy as an officer, travel some space, see some cool ports, you know, definitely sampling the different women of the life on different planets, as all Navy
Like
people
a Captain
do.
Kirk, then, essentially.
There really is
Something like that.
Yeah.
I've just got a YMCA song going through my head now.
And he eventually makes it to being an engineering officer on a Idris frigate in the Navy. He's a little mischievous. He likes to do some things that aren't strictly with the keeping of the rules, but usually nothing harmful. After he gets out, he decides to join the UEENR, which is where he currently is now, serving aboard the HMS Ark Royal. And then just kind of pondering his next great adventure.
You got the name completely wrong. It's the Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that first?
HMS Leroy Jenkins.
It's gonna be painted on the side in big bold letters, HMS Ark Royal, and then there's just gonna be graffiti,
Across.
AKA
Leroy
Leroy
Jenkins.
Leroy
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
You
Yeah.
want to know why you didn't think of it first? Because you're on the ship. You don't want to think of it first. You don't want to
He's
think
like
of it
full
at
speed
all.
ahead, and I'm gonna be like, no.
Please,
Stacks are off.
Just you can turn the engines off though. So
We're suffering power difficulties. We can only function with weapons and shields. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening.
yeah.
They magically work in reverse.
What about you, Hooch? I think I know what your character's like, but I want
Yeah,
to know
I think I'm pretty
more.
certain I know what your character's going to be like.
It's classified.
Yeah, right.
No, that's not how it works, Hooch.
No, yeah. You know, I've got a template that I'm kind of thinking of with a, I'm planning on, he's from Earth.
Right.
I'm trying to work out a way to kind of from Texas actually,
No?
and with a Texan personality kind of thing. And like I said, if you've ever seen 1941, the film 1941, Captain Wild Bill Kelso is kind of
When we got home.
Captain Wild Bill Kelso is pretty much the template for it. He flies, he runs around shooting things, not always the right things, but he gets the job done. He's kind of a bit of a lone wolf with a group, if you know what I mean. He's the guy you send out when all shit and hell breaks loose to kind of either figure it out or fuck it up. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about movies and backgrounds kind of has made me just think of who Monty really is. Have you ever seen Down Periscope?
I haven't seen that.
You know who I'm
film.
talking about? The commander that takes command of the Rust Bucket? That would definitely be him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. That's a good story, Hooch. To be honest, out of all of you guys, I don't actually think I fully know how I want my character to be yet. I'm still kind of playing around with a few ideas in my head, and I'm probably going to sit down somewhere and just kind of write it out because I still need to. I want to kind of flush him out quite well. So I want to know what system he's from, who his parents were, why he joined the Navy, why he joined the UENR, that kind of thing. I think it's going to be kind of along the line of where he had two brothers and a sister in the Navy before him, and he.
I'll be your older brother.
Yeah, you can be my older brother.
Yeah.
I'll be your little bitch.
Yeah. A little bitch. And essentially, he wanted to join because his brother and his sisters were part of the UENR. UEE, sorry. So he joined, and he quickly became quite proficient with tinkering with weapons, and he really enjoyed tinkering with weapons and modifying weapons. And so he ended up joining the flight deck security, and he quite enjoyed that. And then one day, his sister, who was a fighter pilot and was quite proficient, ended up getting killed by the Vandal, and in fact the Vandal who she was fighting ended up boarding the ship, and he only found out that his sister was killed after the battle, and ever since then he's had a burning hatred for the Vandal.
He's had a boner for fucking some Vandal over.
Yeah, he has, and essentially he went a bit crazy after his sister died, and he decided that he went crazy one day, and essentially he got let off with a warning by the UEE, and he decided that it wasn't the kind of life he wanted anymore. He wanted to go and kind of hunt Vandal by himself. So he left, and he ended up signing on with a small little security group at first, and he worked a few jobs just to try and get a ship for himself. And then one day he ended up coming across a poster which said why not serve after you've served, and it had the UENR logo on. So he went to the Toe Hill system, which is where the UENR is based, and from there he joined up, and he hasn't looked back since. He gets to kill a lot of Vandal, gets to basically be on the same principles as he was
And it's a
before.
more relaxed setting, I bet.
Setting, and his brother also joined the UENR, and so it was it was basically one of the reasons. But I think that's one of the ideas I have anyway. It's still something I'm trying to flush out and get 100% done basically. But
I think it'll come out pretty well.
yeah, it should do. Should do. But,
So Kill Bunny's in the chat now.
is it?
Hey,
Yeah.
Kill Bunny! Hi, Kill Bunny!
Hello, Kill Bunny.
Oh, I love you. I mean,
Gay.
Hey.
I can't really gay, but no homo.
No homo, bro.
No homo?
But thank you very much for joining us, Kill Bunny. Thank you. Maybe Kill Bunny has a bit of role play or about his character that he would like to put down.
Yeah. Give him 13 seconds to hear that question. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so we'll give you 2 minutes for that
yes,
one.
yes. We'll talk while you're typing something up here, Kill Buddy. What? Okay, so Kill Buddy. Basically, what kind of idea have you got for your character in game? Have you thought about this? How you want to play him? What his history might be, or whatever? And then we're going to talk for a few minutes, and then see what up. And we got Daedalus 0813's in there as well. So
Hello, Daedalus.
hey Daedalus, we'll say hi to you. As
Hello.
well.
Maybe you have a role play thing as well you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, guys. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
Dennis really does have a role play thing that he likes to talk about.
Please
In fact, he
don't.
just told you.
Like,
Oh, it's you.
Oh yeah, you got different names for everything.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to be
Boob.
confusing, Dan?
Because.
Because of the wonderful whiz he was.
I haven't figured out how to change the name. Actually, I think I just figured it out. Duh.
Wow.
Oh, and who the fuck's Fidget? Oh.
Not me.
Oh,
No, I know who it is.
Definitely not this guy.
I could
Oh, I can't
totally,
change my name.
episodes that's been
I
going.
could totally
Finally,
ban you
you've got it.
both right now.
Episode. Figure out that you. Remember, it's me.
But yeah, like we said, the general consensus when I was talking in the command channel, and I'm only there as an advisor, so I don't set policy or everything. But basically, Hawk and Moose said that create your own backstory, but keep it simple. Is where they were going, and they're not going to enforce anything or whatever. But the general idea is that if you come up with something really ridiculous, like
gonna be people on
I am actually from the planet Algernon and I am a mage, and people are gonna generally go, get the fuck out. they're not gonna pay. They're the more realistic to the game, the better. Plus, with a game like this, you're gonna build your own reputation in game.
Kill Bunny answered your question.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, lull. Drunken bum spacer, trader, explorer, when not drunk or out in the black, as he calls it, working hard to tune the ships, and ships spend more time broken down because of that.
You know that first little part there, a drunken bum spacer. That just screams him and Rory sitting on top of an Idris throwing beer cans out in space.
Yeah.
Take that.
And let me guess, I'm the one that's picking him up.
Yeah.
I got a little
Probably.
magnet
You're
on
the
the
one trying to
stick,
convince them
floating
to come
around
back inside
yeah,
the ship.
picking him up as they pull him.
Oh yes, that's most definitely it. No, I think what's going to be really cool about roleplay as well is when you get the veterans that sit down in the mess hall with the new people, the
Start
new
swapping
bloods.
stories.
It's war stories. It's like you
Oh, yeah.
weren't there.
Listen up, this ain't no shit here.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Man,
That's
that'll be very nice.
It's gonna be cool actually.
I was on a recon 10 years ago, And we ran into a million Vandal. And I
You know how they
defeated
say
them with one light laser. The rest of them didn't
One
work.
bulldog size one.
Yes, one
And a
bulldog size
prosthetic
one.
leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we ran out of laser rounds, I threw beer cans at them.
Mm-hmm.
This one time, me and Lieutenant Hooch, Commander Hooch decided to go take on a Starfarer, and we snuck aboard and took it out with just energy pistols, but then we couldn't get in the pilot seat.
Because it wasn't our ship.
No, it was.
That actually happened.
This actually happened. It was well fucked up. I got up to the bridge. He's stuck down in that bottom
Airlock.
He can't get out. We can't get him out. So I ran up to the bridge. We don't know who was flying it, and I just basically pulled out my laser pistol and shot the pilot in the head, killed him. But then we couldn't get in the seat.
Meanwhile, there's this Hornet outside just
And
shooting
it's
at
just
us.
sitting there going like that.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, my latest theory is that there's still some server lag Vice computer. So where you are, Vice, what the server sees you, there's some lag between the two. So even though you're standing next to the chair on your screen, you may not be standing next to the chair on the server. So you have to kind of move around and see where the use button is.
Yeah. It's going to be
Still a work in progress.
It's pre-alpha. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, even war stories like that where you took over a Starfarer and killed the pilot with the energy pistol. Obviously, you can spruce it up a bit, can't you? But yeah, essentially.
Ain't no shit there though.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
I stabbed him in the throat with my beer
that
can.
group thing that we did about a month or so ago? No,
Oh, yeah, I
that's
remember.
a war story.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
We're taking pictures, and this guy decides to come walk in front of Val.
and then Val.
No,
No, that was Gunny. That wasn't
out.
Val. That was
Hell.
Gunny.
And then,
Oh, my apologies.
yeah, and then Gunny decided
Still
to blow
fucking
his
funny,
brains
though.
out.
That was hilarious.
I mean,
care, did he?
in Gunny's
Like, you
in Gunny's
pissing
own
me off.
defense,
Bang.
the guy stood up as
Into
he
our
was shooting.
gunfire.
Mm.
Yeah.
You just walked in front of my bullets. That's all that happened. So yeah, roleplay is going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait until we can get some content to start talking about. And I can't wait until the G-Lock bar where you can actually sit on the stools and order drinks.
Mm.
And then we can have our war
And
stories.
strippers.
The
I mean,
strippers.
just drinks.
Yeah.
Soft
Would be
drinks.
nice down the road to actually get together. Way down the road.
Oh yeah, that would be incredible. Yeah, if we could all meet up someone, that would be fucking awesome. We'd need to do that. That needs to happen.
Oh, but there's so many American players that it would be like, you have to do two big Skype calls where all the British players gather in Britain and all the
And then we
American
Skype
players gather
everybody
in
from
America.
America.
Skype. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Or we decide who's got the more people, and then everyone who isn't of that
Send over.
thing goes over.
It
So I'd
depends.
probably
Over.
guess we'd be
A
going
big-
to America.
A big potluck would get people over, right? So you put money towards this,
Yeah.
long, and this could be a thing is we could put like a little fund together, and then people donate, and eventually over time the pot grows, and eventually it's big enough that we can take the minority and fly them over to a certain area, and it would cover everything for everybody being together, and that would be a very Star Citizen cultural gathering. Would be awesome.
That would be.
I don't think a lot of people ever think to do that, and it would be kind of
That's
cool. That would be something worth putting
That's actually.
up to the CIG page.
That's actually
Have a
very, very.
UEENR convention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be that's actually a really good idea.
It'd be lovely.
Right, maybe I might
I
get
would
on top
love
of that.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Actually, if we could do that.
$1 here or $2 by different members a month, and it just eventually
Exactly.
builds into a big pot.
For a pot. So that's how many members have we got? I think we've got about
82 under the UEENR. I think it's about 82 under the actual UEENR organization, but they're split up into the under the umbrella.
yeah. That would be a really cool thing to do actually if we put that on the engine site and then just had like a donation pot.
Yeah.
And every time like a milestone was reached, like you could have a fact. So this amount of money would get so and so people to somewhere or that kind
Right.
of.
There obviously there'd be a goal, and eventually once you get to that goal, we can bring everybody together, and it won't cost people that much money.
Yeah.
The other alternative, and this is
Go ahead.
something I see a lot because I do like writers conventions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is if you can figure out where your venue is, like either we do it in the U.S. or in the U.K., whichever, you pin down like where you're gonna lodge people. Those places, when they find out that you're gonna be having some kind of event or something,
Huge thing.
usually have like event rates,
Right.
you
That are
can
going to be
apply
cheaper.
for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
So
I
usually
just-
it
getting
winds
loads
up being
of
like
people,
a
you can get a
discount or
discount.
something that applies across like fare and food or something like that.
Mm.
So I take this back. We actually have twice as many as I just said, 157
Wow.
under the UEENR.
Well, if
Nice.
Jesus, well, a dollar.
157,
If
yeah.
everyone gave a single dollar, that would do almost a flight for someone,
yeah,
and you wouldn't have to subsidize all of it because that would be unfair. But
Right. I mean, we
Christ.
put a price. We could do what we could.
hmm I think actually, if you think about 100 and what was it, 174? You said or something?
157 right now.
157.
Under the
If 157 people put $1 every month, right? That's
That
over.
$1,000 in 4 months.
Well, thanks,
Right
Kill
there.
Bunny, for that. Just a second. Thanks, Kill Bunny, to that. Apparently, CIG have just pushed a hotfix for the affected services. I think this is all running server side. The problems this afternoon,
Right, yeah.
today, since going live. So, thanks, Kill Bunny, for that. That's a
Thank
good
you
thing
for
to just bring up.
Yeah.
I don't see the hotfix.
Harrison's gone invisible.
He's just gone to the loo, man.
Oh,
Just popped to the loo.
that's boring.
And for those of you that don't know what the loo is, it's a bathroom.
Yes. That's the potty.
The toilet.
The toilet.
The head. Underwear.
The WC.
Oh.
The shitter.
Porcelain goddess.
Porcelain goddess. Oh.
Have you ever prayed to the porcelain goddess?
I've never had to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think. What's the age limit for over where you live?
Oh, for
Colbert.
drinking, it's 18 here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's 21 here.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of drinking,
Near the hours.
on a very serious note, speaking of drinking, did anybody hear about what happened in Japan?
I didn't know.
Nobody's allowed to leave base right now.
Well, Liberty's been
In the
Liberty's been
Oh, has
Liberty's
it been
been allowed,
restored?
but Liberty's been restored, but there's still no drinking allowed.
Why is this? What's happening?
Okinawa,
Because
there
Americans
was
can't
a
hold their liquor.
American. There was an American military member that caused 2 people to die, 2 Japanese nationals to die in a DUI. So 18,000 sailors in Japan got restricted to base,
Holy
with no drinking, no
shit.
liberty. Yes.
Oh
and
my god.
I don't know if you've ever
Fucking
seen 18,000 people stuck on a
Yes.
base, but it's not pretty.
hell. No, I bet not. Oh, I
Some-
bet the logistics were stretched. Like a
Somebody
bat.
had a single Jack and Coke and went off the rails.
Fucking hell. That's insane. 14 on the streets, says Kill Bunny. Yeah, fuck, more like 12 now.
I don't know. I grew up in England and I remember drinking White Lightning
I
quite
was
long
gonna
before
say.
14.
White Lightning was... You
Ugh.
see so many people. Fucking...
So what other roles do we think are gonna come out?
Well, I don't think anything's going to be broken into roles as such. You got to remember, this game doesn't put you down a particular career or
Well, I
role.
get that. But I'm
It-
saying, what other options are we going to
Whatever
have?
you like.
I know there's trading. I know there's going to be business, obviously.
But there's also a mix of it.
Science, exploration, warfare, you can even just start up a fucking business, trading, politics. You could be a politician.
Harrison's going to end
ooh,
up flying a
speaking of
ship.
politicians,
He's going to
who was
fly.
it-
Hang on. Harrison is going to end up flying a freelancer full of rubber dog shit out of Vega. That's what he's going to end up with.
Yeah.
Who was it? We had somebody in the Star Citizen channel actually, Star Citizen, the Facebook group.
RP one. Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about that made the council?
No.
I have to go back and look. But
Someone
there's
actually made the
a
council?
Oh,
policy.
Ion. Ion did.
Was it Ion?
Yeah, it was Ion.
Did.
It was his
That was
RP council. Yeah, we're a part of the RP council. Remember, we had him on the show. He talked about it.
Maybe that was. Bringing it back around. Sorry, it's been a little bit.
No, it's fine, dude. No, people forget. If
I've
anyone
slept
knows,
since then as well. So
yeah, my fucking memory's like a sieve, so that's okay. But yeah, I mean, there's so much you can fucking do in this. What is it? Racing driver as well, racing pilot, bloody. You can be public transport if you want. You can buy a fucking.
That's interesting how that's gonna work. That is interesting how that's gonna work. That'll be very.
all right,
cool.
Pappy Boyington, don't dish Vega, man. I'm from Terra, and I say, I
Fuck
guess I'm
her.
supposed to be
Fuck
fuck Earth.
Only
Up
three
yours,
syllables.
buddy.
Well, we will find you.
That's gonna be the first assassination.
Yeah, take that, Vega. An entire planet.
That's going in your dossier.
Yeah.
UEENR. That's at the top of Uncle Sam's
Fuck
list
Earth.
there.
Okay, yeah.
That's it. Right, that's it. You're going in the list.
Where's my little book?
And most wanted. There's just unfortunate fucker at the top. He's notorious criminal. He's number one.
This fucker right here.
Yes. Due for airlock accident.
Oh God. So how do you think organizations as a whole are going to interact with each other with roleplay?
I think.
I think it's going to be very interactive.
Harrison?
That was a direct answer. I'm sorry. So let me elaborate there. So, for instance, inside of the UEENR, it's an umbrella corporation, right? You have, or an umbrella organization. Excuse me. You
we
have
make
different.
zombies.
What?
We make zombies.
Yeah, actually, that's a secret though. Techie Marines. Who is? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, who is Techie Marines?
Oh yeah.
That guy who's broadcasting.
Oh, yeah. But
What a
it's,
badass.
but it's quite. I think it'll be quite interactive. You have different groups. You know, the logistics division. Can supply the
Rubber
armor
dog
division.
turds.
Yeah, with rubber bullets on accident.
Yeah.
Harrison, who's now keeled over at the
Why are we
table.
looking at his hunchback?
Okay.
He's from Notre Dame.
He's got any hair on his back.
But
No, you're right, I don't, but I've got hair on my nipples.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, at least we ain't Navy. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how else can you see people working together? You've got supply chains to be
Interactively.
made. Oh, interactively. That's a good word. It's almost like you stole that from someone else.
The reservist today was brought to you by the letter A, the number 5, and the word interactive.
Next week, we'll be moving on to the letter B.
Hey, wait a second. A doesn't go with interactive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is why we need to start learning. It's gonna go lick my webcam in a minute. So, yeah, as Icarus was saying, I think orgs, in terms of roleplay, it's going to be interesting because I know we're quite close with Traz's organization, which is called Traz. Yeah, it's called Traz Industries. No, Ion Industries. That's it, Ion Industries. And he's a big.
And that's like an umbrella thing for
That's
a whole
fucking
bunch of stuff. So
huge. Like he dips in like everything.
And another thing is, you know, if you have these headquartered, like we're headquartered in the Tahoe system, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But you also have maybe other organizations that may be on even the same planet as you. You could get an alliance on the planet or a hostile takeover of the planet to face off, or people that, you know, if you work it out right, you have around the clock coverage of the planet, so it's always protected.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interactive opportunities there. There's that word again.
Mm-hmm.
$50 word of the day is interactive, guys.
Gotta use
Okay.
it at least a couple more times.
All right, we got a question from Pappy Boyington. It's a little bit off the roleplay topic, but
That's
is it beyond insulting us?
look. There's no problem with insulting us because we spend most of the show insulting each other anyways.
We do. Yeah.
So even the guests that come in, we're probably going to insult at some point. So
Yeah.
we're not worried about
there was
that.
that one
but,
guest that just incited pure abuse.
I insult this guy a lot.
Yeah. So do you think that the Polaris concept sale will be during Gamescom?
When is Gamescom? It's next year, isn't it? No, it's not. It's no.
Normally it's like around September, October, isn't
Sure,
it?
yeah.
Because I remember they did the big announcement when they were gonna launch the Persistent Universe at Gamescom, that was like what, a year or two ago, around September, October.
I think they'd actually when is
September,
Citizen...
according to Kill Buddy.
September. When is CitizenCon? That's the summertime, isn't it?
You know,
Yeah.
we've
I think
got
that's like a
all
July or
knowledge of humanity sitting there right in front of us.
We do. When is CitizenCon? Because if CitizenCon is first, I think the Polaris would be announced then, and someone's cat is meowing. It's adorable.
Oh yeah, that's my two. They're talking to each other.
That's adorable.
Yeah, the youngest
18th
one
of
wants to
August,
play with
right?
his sister.
18th of August is when CitizenCon starts. Pappy Boynton. So I think the Polaris is going to be announced as CitizenCon, and then Gamescom will be something stupid like 2.7 or something like that, and just more.
They want
usually.
a big release for whatever it is.
I think CitizenCon is usually when they make the biggest announcements because that's their own convention. But Gamescom will be something big as well. It will be like another gameplay mechanic. That
I have no idea if they'll release a Polaris then, or they might actually do something with the.
Squadron 42, actually.
Yeah, more than likely.
I'm very excited to see Squadron 42 come out. That's gonna be awesome.
And if that's the case, it'll probably be something more Idris central.
Yeah. So CitizenCon probably going to be very Squadron 42 related, I think.
Especially with it coming around the corner. What was it? They were trying to release it by the end of this year, right?
Well, it's going to be Q4 this year. They're saying anyway.
Soon, TM.
Soon. I mean, I would be very surprised if they don't get it done this year because pretty much everything is done.
From what I've heard, yeah.
From what I've done, everything is pretty much done.
From what you've done?
From what they've done. Kill Bunny has put October is CitizenCon 2016. Okay, will be held on Sunday, October 9th.
Oh yes, that's right, in Los Angeles.
The event location is the Avalon Hollywood. Oh, okay, right. Okay.
That's closer to you, isn't it, Hooch?
No, I'm in Texas.
Yeah, that's closer to Virginia.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Gamescom is from the 17th of August 2016 to 21st of August. Right, okay.
I personally think we'll get a Polaris concept sale before then.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me what the Polaris is?
It's
Excuse my
Corvette.
blasphemy.
It's the new Corvette that was meant to be taken over the Idris.
Oh, it's the Corvette. Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
And thank you very much for following Pappy Boyington.
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, you guys are cool.
Fuck, I might have to buy that one.
I must admit,
I'm assuming they're gonna put it for sale at a decent price.
Oh, it has to be though, because I really want a capital ship.
And my girlfriend's
So do
gonna
I.
scalp
Now
me.
remember, they're also going to have the ability to go out and find these, which I think that's going to be a very big thing for us when we get out into the actual Uverse.
Yeah.
Is going to be exploration, knowing what's around us, finding these capital ships, and eventually finding weapons to place on the capital ships.
God,
Yeah.
Can you imagine searching for those guns? They are not going to be easy to find.
Sure they will. They'll be pretty big.
Well, that's a good point there. But
Compared to the vastness of space.
Pappy Boynton thinks around $650. How much was
Possible.
Idris? Idris was about $1,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about $1,000.
Question.
Yeah.
If
So
I take a big capacitator and I hook it up to the gun, even though it's not attached to anything, can I spacewalk it into a if I can target it just right and shoot?
You
Right?
EVA into the gun to aim it, so be a dink. Bit to the left, dink.
Good old fashioned.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. All right, right there. Boom. Gun shoots
Gun
back
goes
at
like
50
a
feet.
mile away. Yeah. But yeah, like I know people.
Ooh.
What?
So just thinking about that, what would be the possibilities of having an orbital defense, even like these orbital stations?
I'm pretty sure
with
they'll
these
be,
guns?
especially Earth, because if you think about it, they're not going to let any old bum just like fly near Earth with their fucking capital ships. Because I mean,
Knowing
that's where
someone, he might think that, oh yeah, I can go and
yeah,
take
but
it on just by myself.
that's Monty. He's an idiot. Okay.
It sounds a lot like Kill Bunny
Oh,
going to
please.
Earth as either.
Yeah, Kill Bunny. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh,
'Cause, I mean,
Happy
that's-
Boynton actually put out like he thinks it's going to be about $650 for the Polaris.
Yeah, yeah. Because the Idris was around.
Might have to melt my carrot.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be. I don't know.
Honestly though, Jake, or excuse, Val,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, I think you would be better off with your Carrack than you would with, because you got to understand a lot of people are going to be looking towards that weapon and going all gun ho mentality right when the game pulls out, and not a lot of people I think are going to be exploring or have the advantages that you're going to have. So you're going to be able to find a lot of stuff. I think
I was gonna say like
be more valuable.
exploration is going to be important to orgs as well. Like
Oh, yeah.
especially being able to find these special places with all the rare materials and guns and all
And
that.
and I think at this phase people are concentrating a lot more on the combat ships and not what the game's going to actually probably end up like, which is not going to be everybody running around in combat.
Well, I
ships.
mean, at this point, what's been really fleshed out?
Combat. Yeah.
Combat.
Exactly. You know, exploration is very much open beast right now.
Mhm.
That nobody
In
really
fairness,
has
but
quite
what
an
does
idea
what does
how
everyone
it's-
want primarily? They want combat primarily.
No,
so
well,
so
that's-
there's
no.
Not at all.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
I don't think
Like,
that's true at all.
there is a.
Do you not think
It's just
so?
like the saying. It's just like the saying behind every great man, there's a even greater woman.
Mhm.
It's all okay. If you
Where
want
are
to
you
use that as a
going with
comparison
this
for
analogy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know where the fuck we're going.
Like, where is
So you have
Yeah.
combat, right? That would be the man, but how where is your weapons being manufactured from? Where are you getting the money?
Sexist.
Where are you getting the money from? Even though in
dude.
this
Gonna
case,
lift those
Do you
heavy
not
fucking
like
materials.
no women?
Yeah.
You
I
got
was
it
gonna
completely
say-
the
right,
wrong
I was
way
about to say,
around.
it's the opposite. The women are usually the ones that take the money, but
Shit.
eh,
Time to spread.
Take cover.
Next week we'll be getting sued by Anita Sarkeesian, another
Um,
feminist.
I would just like to state, like, right now that the UEENR has its own views and opinions, and Innocent Icarus does not speak for us.
we come in peace.
Right.
Got a couple of
It's
comments.
too late for that. They've already started a 25-year grudge against you.
Oh, I'm sure the Kickstarter's already started. The page is already up.
Yeah.
Quickly rise to the top of the list. How quickly can I rise to the top of the assassination list?
I think you're the poor bastard in the portrait right now.
You're the guy they build Fuck That Guy Incorporated.
Under the definition of the universe, galaxy, says it says assassination. See Icarus.
We've had a couple of comments. This was quite a while ago. Pappy Boynton says the Corvette is slightly bigger than the Carrack, Ben said on Ben's day, and a shape not usual to a Corvette. That's pretty cool.
Is he referring to the
Teasing.
Land Roving Corvette, or is he referring?
I think he's
to...
referring.
Is it a Z5 or a Stingray?
Yeah.
What's the big difference?
And Kill Bunny said information will win the battle.
Yo, Joe.
Nature will definitely play huge in the battles to come.
Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yo, Joe.
Yeah, Joe!
Wait. Here we go. Wait. G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That's more like it. Yeah,
What are you kids doing on my ice? Get off my ice!
Are you my dad?
Oh. If anyone doesn't get that reference, you need to go to E-Bomb's World
Yeah.
right now and watch the G.I. Joe public service.
What was the one that pork?
Who wants the body massage?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Really good as well.
Pork chop sandwiches!
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Get the fuck out! Oh my god! I ruined like 3 years of college watching those a lot.
Oh, don't worry. Like, university is mostly Netflix these days. That's how you graduate. Bobby Boynton also says combat will cost a lot of money even when fighting over resources. Yep. I can tell you now, even in 2.4, repairing and rearming your missiles.
Oh, I don't even want to think about the expense of ammunition alone.
Dude, I fired off 4 missiles on my Super Hornet. It cost me like close to 2,000 UEC.
This is one of the reasons I keep trying to get you guys to train with guns.
Dude, I've been using my guns ever since I realised how fucking expensive
Yeah.
it was. Like, but they have buff missiles. They do
Oh
track
yeah.
really well now, and they blow everyone the fuck up. It's lovely. So,
I don't know. I mean, Hooch and I, when we took on that Starfare the other day and we couldn't get in, the
You're
guy
not
was shooting missiles like a zoo.
Yeah.
but I think it's like a massive
missing.
missile pod at the front, though, doesn't it? So, tons of missiles. That cat.
The cat having a fucking spaz attack.
Yeah, my youngest cat wants attention badly. And
Oh,
he's
bless.
being obstinate.
it.
What do you want, Darian?
Darian, that's an
I'm waiting for him to come back. I want food, motherfucker.
Right. Feed me, Seymour.
If that cat ever does that, I'll shit my pants.
You and me both, because I live with him.
Power of Christ compels you. Bobby Boynton says that's what they formed Top Gun school for. They realised pilots got too dependent on missiles.
I thought it was just so they could make really bad 80s films with Tom Cruise.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Well,
What was that one video we brought up the other week? What was it? The Iceman. What happened to Iceman after he got out the Navy and he became a commercial pilot? Did you see that? There was a Saturday Night Live sketch.
I don't think I've seen that. No.
I have to dig that out for you. It's quite funny.
I can just imagine a 747 flying really close to the air.
Yeah, the commentary coming over the PA system. And now we're coming around close. Oh, we're pulling some G's here. He's on our 6. He's on our 6.
If you look out our right window, you'll see the aircraft control tower and
Yeah.
everyone panicking.
Yeah, you know when you
buy it.
you're sitting in cattle car on a cross country flight, and the pilot and the co-pilot walk past and do this high five and go, I feel the need for speed. That this flight is going to be interesting, you know.
No, you know it's going to be interesting when they're doing flybys from the tower. Like, that's when it gets interesting, when on a commercial jet they're doing flybys across
This is
the
flight
tower.
This is flight 479 heavy. We want permission to buzz the tower.
What?
Yeah.
Let me
You
get my
got all the
AirPods
guys
first.
in the aircraft tower looking through the dictionary. I don't even know what that means.
It breaks out all the windows and everything.
Fucking tower like capsizes.
I'm guessing the FAA haven't got a rule about this, but they will after this.
There's definitely going to be several rules after this, mate. So I think it's time we moved on to our guest chat, actually.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
this week, our special guest is Val GSI. So, Val, I have a couple of very, very generic questions to ask you.
Yay, generic answers incoming.
Interactive answers, please.
Please select one for fuck off.
When did you first discover Star Citizen?
Espanol.
So I think I first heard about it from a guy that I worked with in a car factory a couple years ago before I deployed. He was big into gaming, and we had chatted a little bit about what he and I each played, and he brought it up, and at the time I hadn't heard about it at all because I worked like a kind of a hybrid second third shift. Like I went in from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. So I spent most of my days either sleeping, eating, or working. So he brought it up, and I checked it out on my phone at lunch, and I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. I watched the very first video that Chris Roberts did for the Kickstarter and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm down with that. So I went ahead and waited until they got a little more further along with the project, and then once I got settled in to Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland, that's when I really started to throw down on it and start putting my money and time behind it.
Nice, Steve. Nice. So I guess that actually leads on perfectly to the next question, which was, what was your first ship or ships?
Wait, are we talking in real life or are we talking about in the game?
Both. No, just the game.
Somebody's trying to break into my 300.
My first pledge was, I think it was just like the cheapo little Aurora starter thing.
Yeah.
And then,
Aurora
so I was
MR.
like, oh, it's so cool. And then
Yeah.
I got in it and
You realize how
started
gay it
flying
is.
around. And dude, when I took that thing in the fucking Vandal
Swarm.
thing, I was just getting
got wrecked.
raped. And I was like, yeah, okay, this cost what, 30, 35? How much is the next best ship?
Oh, the Hornet.
That's where it happens to all of us. We all
And then
sit there and then the
that
next
was when I
goes-
became like a Star Citizen addict. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
only $25 more, and then like $2,500 later, I have my own fleet.
Yeah. When you
like-
know
I'm like tapping my veins, like I need more. I need more.
you know you're an addict when you look at a ship that's $220 and you're like, yeah, that's pretty cheap for a ship.
We're all gonna get confused as hell when the game actually goes live.
Yeah.
I think it was CNN or BBC, one of the two, like some major news company actually was talking about Star Citizen, how much money they've made from the game, and how these things are making millions of dollars on virtual ships and things like that. And it's not just Star Citizen; it's also Eve, or it's another good one, Elite No, I wouldn't think Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
I don't know.
probably.
I have no experience with Elite Dangerous.
Yeah. That was still kickstarted though as well, and that got over the amount it originally needed to. So.
What was the Kickstarter amount for Star Citizen? It was about $250,000,
It was,
right?
yeah, and then they made like 2 million or something within the first.
They're like,
It was like,
whoa.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
yeah. Now we're sitting at what's the kill count now?
Oh god, I'm gonna have to go.
100 million, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
It's over 100 million.
Fucking, it's like
I will let you
110
know.
now, or something stupid like that.
No, it's more than that. Hang on.
Well, there's
I'm
something
actually
to be
looking it up
said
right
for
now.
the sales model. It's just it's an ingenious idea for development because it's like
Holy
there's
shit.
instant
Okay.
gratification.
Are you ready?
To it.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah.
$15 million.
Oof.
And you know how many Star Citizens there are?
Over 1,300,000. Yeah. It's
You know how much money that on average that's per person? That is a lot of fucking money. That's almost
a ton.
$100,000 per person.
Yep.
Almost.
Yeah, but you got to remember it's weighted to one side.
Almost.
There's a lot of whales.
It's okay, guys. I'm carrying everyone's weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Val over here with a fucking fleet.
On the 5th of May alone, they made $58,000.
God, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's insane.
That comes to like $82.7
They stopped making goals.
per person.
They stopped making goals at $65 million. They're like, yep, we can't do anymore.
It was feature creep. People were like,
Yeah.
because of feature creep, yeah. Yeah. So it's mad. It's absolutely crazy. But, yeah.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show you, though, like,
when you actually apply the resources in an intelligent manner, the type of game you can make. Like look at any other developer out there right now and tell me a game that compares both visually and intent and features and everything, and tell me name me a game that has been able to nail every benchmark it's set for itself, not financially, but design wise and implementation wise.
Line of defense.
I was about to say that. Yeah, line of defense.
It has it all. It's not working right now, but it has it all.
Honestly, I think it's well worth the wait.
What line of defense? Next question. What role/roles are you most interested in filling in the game?
That's an interesting question, because I'm kind of one of those guys that I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go in this game and just kind of play it lightly, and I'll just stick to security or something like that. And then 2 months later, I'm commanding some ship or something and in charge of some organization I fell into, and I'm like, how the fuck did I get here?
Sorry, Killbunny just put cheese and ham. You need to get out right now, Killbunny. Get out. I'm going to time you out for that one.
Space prostitute.
I don't know. There's a lot of different elements to the game that I find appealing. The combat obviously being one of them, but the exploration end of it does seem really interesting too. One of the things I did was I bought the Retaliator base model, and then I outfitted 2 of the living modules for it, so that it's kind of like a small mobile home, I guess.
Yeah.
A little bigger than the Connie, but not terribly huge. Just because I didn't want to shortcut myself from the possibility of using it in a different way. All in all, though, I really just am going to kind of take the game the way I approach any other ones and just sort of see where I fall into. I think my proactive nature tends to put me at the forefront of pretty much whatever I find, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. Awesome, buddy.
Just for you, Pappy Boyington, this question, just for you.
Just for fucking you. Earth or Terra?
Huh.
Choose your next words very
This
fucking
is-
carefully.
This is like religion, man.
Internal security is watching, by the way.
This is going under a dossier, by the way.
Was that
This is
was that
going
for
on
me
your
or
Hitman
Happy
notice.
Boyington?
No, this is you.
Oh, for me.
I'm just saying this because he's already answered.
Oh, okay, I see. I don't know. I think I might have to go with Terra.
Ah! Ah! Wrong!
In case you can't see what they're doing, they're all flailing about their chairs right now.
Wrong!
Mission accomplished.
I hate you.
Wrong!
I hate them.
That's it.
It's like Golem over there. We hate them. We hate them.
They're all triggered.
That's it. I am
killed them all.
especially triggered right now. Make a GoFundMe for getting Val out of the organization now.
Seconded.
Wow.
Oh, what's this? Terror rules, Earth rules.
I'm banning you just for that.
Yeah, and you should capitalize Earth.
No. Okay. I guess we've already kind of covered this question, but do you find roleplay to be an important part of the game?
I like
I
the
don't know.
feel of the leather.
It's kind of a subjective question. It's important for me because being a writer, I have too many fucking voices in my head to sort anyway. So naturally, I'm inclined to just role play as I go.
Cassandra's breathing increased as the ball gag. Oh, never mind.
Damn.
That said, though, I don't know that it's imperative that it has to be
so
in there.
tiny.
Because oftentimes I can, just sort of make a story in my head as I'm playing something. So if it's there, it's great. If not, I don't feel like I suffered terribly from it.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I feel bad now. I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, you should. You bastard.
The dickwad. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I
I'm
speaking out loud?
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
So, actually, that kind of leads me to a question, Val. Did you ever tabletop roleplay?
Oh yeah, lots. And I think that's kind of why I'm personally comfortable with the idea of like verbal roleplay, like when you speak as though you're acting your character or something like that. Just because tabletop roleplay kind of engenders you to do that, or at least good tabletop roleplay should.
Whoa! Did somebody click their camera on or off for something? Because I've got.
Hold up. That was. It's on my end.
1 sec.
It just automatically cut off on me.
Yeah, same here. We're having a bit of problems with oh. Okay, well, Skype's just had an absolute fart right now.
Call dropped. Oh.
Yeah.
And now I know why.
Everybody
Are we
back?
I'm back.
No, yep. The problem
Rory
was Rory.
Did he just try to jump in?
He's trying to join, yeah. And we now got a
Oh
picture
my
of
God,
Jake.
Jake! You
Jake,
have an
you're
ear.
We've got Val.
Yeah, I know. Ah!
But now we're having trouble getting people back in. All right, bear with us a second here. We're having technical difficulties.
Someone broke the internet.
Hey, you're not in the conference call.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, can
I've gotta
Right.
start on the treadmill real fast. To power
Hang on. All right. Add people to this call. Curtis. Add to call.
Curtis. Oh, Curtis. What do you want?
What are they doing?
I
It's all Rory's fault as well.
hope you're watching, Rory.
From another place.
From hopefully a much worse place.
There are 7 people watching. That's a good amount.
Yes, this is
7
called
people.
a
Hello,
clusterfuck.
7 people.
Okay.
Don't forget it while we're.
So, Hooch, are you looking at it as well?
Looking at what? Which one?
At the Twitch.
Earth Media Network. Yeah, there you go.
If you are looking at the Twitch, that means there's only 5 people watching. Because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. You're looking at it. And
We're
Hooch is
our own
looking at
audience.
Hey guys.
it. It's our podcast that's watching this.
We just went Inception.
Oh my God, where did Hilbert go? No.
Icarus, you look like you got some sun, man.
Yo, you don't even know. I totally got sun, dude. I was out there for the sun. It was great.
What were you doing?
Oh, just getting my tan on. I usually work in a ship 40 feet under the sea, so this is my time.
Did you ever see a small little town with a pineapple and?
In a big rock, right?
Under the water, not at the bottom of the sea.
Arr, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, I think I've seen that movie somewhere before.
Oh dear.
Okay, so either somebody's just dropped a nuke on that part of England,
Or he's not answering.
I am going to be It's only a couple of hours drive from me, so in about 20 minutes,
Did you
I'm
see
gonna
a
be
bright
suffering
flash
from
and hear a
serious
bang?
radioactivity. No, but I'm feeling like I'm going to die of radioactive poisoning soon.
No, you're not.
Nah, you should be all right at that range.
No, I really am. If the nuclear power point that's between me and Curtis goes off, we are both fucked. Depending on the wind, maybe just one.
That's optimistic.
I'm a real boy.
Maybe just one half of the
I can
country.
see through my hand.
All right.
Yeah, boy. All right, we continue on with the show.
Yeah, keep talking and while I'm trying to sort this out.
Interact now.
Yes. Talk, do things.
Oh my god. That's over with. So yes, as you can see, I did get a little bit of sun. As you can also see, it is now dark over in Harrison's side of the world, and it is still light on my side of the world. Sucker.
I know that is not the moon. That is the light reflecting off of the window.
No moon
We don't have
for
a moon
you.
in England. You hadn't
So-
noticed.
We talked a little bit about your thought process behind your character, your thought process behind who you really want to be, your role playing, how is it important, and I think the next question I want to ask is, what is your favorite ship out there? Like, what do you enjoy piloting around the most?
Gosh, I feel kind of copping out like with this response, but
Just
It
mind
really-
you, the only wrong answer is the Redeemer.
well, I don't think they've even made that thing flight capable yet, have they?
No, they haven't. I'm just saying the only thing that's the wrong answer is Redeemer. And yes, I am talking to you, Monty.
I would have to say that it really kind of depends on what I'm doing. I absolutely adore the Hornet
Curtis is back,
We're-
by the way.
for its offensive, like heavyweightness. Being able to just mount that massive fucking cannon in the turret slot, and then slap on some size 3s on the wings and stuff. Just so much love. But at the same time, I also like.
Oh, a bloody fence sitter.
Well, no, like I said, it depends on what I'm doing. And this is why I like what they've done with the game. There's so much versatility in all of the design. So, like, if I just want to cruise around and be like, yeah, I have a big ship, I can pile into my Constellation, or I can go, load up my Retaliator, and just cruise around with those.
How
so.
cool. How cool.
The Vanguard too. Love the Vanguard.
The Connie, right? How cool is
Mhm.
it, do you think it's going to be when they actually make it available for the P-52 to drop out of the back? Oh, there we all just went to shit.
Now you keep joining separately to everybody else, putting everybody on hold.
I don't understand what's going on right now.
Right? Are you not getting my invites?
No, I'm not
All
getting
right.
your invites.
All right. Hang on.
So my
All
internet
right.
took a bit of a shitter a minute ago.
It did. All right. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to close it and pick it all back up again.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Can you-
Close everything?
The Skype or
I think
All
they're
right.
just going to rejoin.
Hang
Oh,
on,
look,
hang
there
on,
he is.
hang on. See who's getting put back in and who isn't.
Are we going to add Ruri in?
He's too late
I love
now.
that
He
answer.
doesn't seem to be.
There was a lot of hesitation in that response. Like,
Do I
Okay.
want to?
What we need
Yeah, we
is
live at the moment?
okay, guys. What we need is everybody to leave the call for a second, and then we need to rejoin.
Okay, bye.
okay.
All right. So I'll call everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we need to start adding people again. So
Okay. Right, we need to add
you start adding.
Harrison. Right. Jake, we'll add. Jake.
I'm back, bitches!
Yeah,
Oh.
there we go. All right, now we're starting to get somewhere.
Okay.
All right, are we actually here?
Yeah, now we're back.
Okay.
Oh, Val, but we lost your face.
Oh, no.
Nah, no real loss.
That beautiful. Oh wait.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, it won't let me enable the video. I don't know why.
It says you need to update your Skype, apparently.
We did see his face there for a second.
I think it says,
Yeah.
it says to me that you need to be above a 3 out of 10. So you're out of it, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Fucking hell, Harrison, why are you even here then?
Okay, I'd just like to say I do apologize for technical difficulties. We're getting.
Yes. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I think we
We all
should
back?
back.
Oh
Yes.
no, I'm in Val's spot, and
I think
Val's,
some of the webcams need to be sorted, but that's alright. No, I guess sorted. That's
I mean,
not-
hopefully we all know who I am. Either ways, I'll just be Val, and nobody will know. Talking? I don't know if he's talking or not.
Who?
I am.
Talking.
Oh, there you are. All right.
I wish Harrison wasn't talking, but he's talking. Okay.
It looks like you've got a raccoon eyes here going on, right?
You know what? Maybe I'll just bite off my own tongue.
Yeah, just do it. Do it,
Solve it.
Fresher.
It really hurts.
Okay, so I apologise for that technical difficulty, people. I think that was the fault on my end because my internet took a massive shit. So my apologies. Yeah, get who doesn't love Virgin Media, right? Right. Next question for Jake. Val. God, I'm going to constantly mess that one up. What scenarios are you hoping to be involved with the org?
AKA,
Pretty
what do you wanna
much
do?
everything I'm available for. Like I said, I tend to be pretty proactive. So whenever I see something pop up, if I don't have to work or I don't have military obligations, I usually try and make it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, dude. So, are you hoping to be involved in like huge fucking battles, or what are you planning on getting with that?
Well, you know, if that comes our way, then I'll certainly do my best to be around for it. I like to try and organize things, you know. On my Star Wars: The Old Republic stuff, I usually wind up being the guy that goes and chats up other groups and gets the interactivity.
It's all
and stuff
hemmed and
going.
hawed.
Yeah.
I try and get old
We should-
Val.
We
back.
should definitely try to wrap this up soon then.
Yeah, because shit is getting cray right now.
We
Oh,
can't hear you. We see
Can't
you,
hear
but we
you.
don't hear you.
I can hear him.
Can you hear me?
I can hear all of
I
you.
can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
All right.
Okay.
All right, video's popping back on now.
Okay. Sorry about this, people. You shouldn't be in this.
Was that you again, or?
I think it was me. My Skype is being so fucking weird today.
Well, it showed Hooch dropping off first. We were all chatting for a minute after that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, Val has also dropped one sec. I'll add him again. Yeah, sorry about this, people. It's my Skype. It's being so weird right now.
Yeah.
I am back again.
Here's back. Shady's back.
The Messiah has returned.
Careful.
Is the stream back up and everything?
Yeah, the stream's up.
Okay.
It's not dropped. You might need to. I've not got. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
Camera's just starting to pop back up. There.
Now you gotta swap them all around again.
I tell you what we're
No,
gonna
I
do.
think we're all right. We should be all right.
Jake's in my spot and I'm in his spot again.
Yeah. It does happen. It's
fuck it, no
it's
one's
the order which the thing is.
That's what I've.
What we're going to do is we're going to probably wrap this up with the last section now because Skype keeps dropping and I think it's going to be a permanent problem throughout the evening. It's going to be a pain in the ass. So we're going to go to the last section and then, if possible, try and get Val on another time.
Okay, Curtis, just try and turn off your cam and turn it back on again once.
Okay. It's off now.
Cider.
Cider. I was so
Finally accepted it.
Oh yeah, I embraced it. Are we all good now?
All right, just see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Hey,
Okay. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll go to the last part of the show, which is engine cooldown, and this is the part of the show where we just talk about what we'd like to see happen in Star Citizen over the next week or so, and just generally chat shit for a bit. So, Val, where would you like to see Star Citizen go over the next week or so?
I don't really have any expectations on them. I'm pleased with the progress that they make, and I feel like they never try and tackle too much more than what they can handle. They have at this point a really good sense of where their development team can move forward at what rate and in what direction. So I'm just sort of like, give me what you got, guys, and don't ever stop. I would like to see them, continue to expand into getting more of the ships that they've, got in the design works developed. I would like to see a little more of the PTU expanded. Crusader is good, but it gets old after a minute. So if they could, add some systems to that we could jump to, that would be cool.
What if they made the Arc Corp and the Crusader, the Port Officer, even connectable?
Yeah,
Maybe that would be kinda
just
cool.
even doing that would be a nice step, sort of like bridging the gaps between the two.
Sorry, I didn't mean to deafen everybody there.
Although I will say, I guess if I did have one request, it would be, the character customization.
I want a fat guy.
Don't worry.
Just being able to differentiate like gender, skin tone, just the
Boob
basics.
size. Let's be honest.
Boobs.
No, I've never played a woman, and I don't get people that do. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
No, I mean so that you can admire the other characters.
Oh, right.
And let's be honest, we all go into character customization and have a fiddle.
Do we?
Oh my god, that just sounded so bad.
Yeah, I was
Oh
looking
my
at you trying to
God,
figure out if I should
that's
say
not how
something
I
or
meant
not.
that.
So
at all.
this is going to be the last episode of the Reservist ever.
I mean, God, like
We're never going to air after this ever again.
I take full responsibility for
I'm
this.
just going to go stand in that corner right up there this evening. Pretend I didn't hear that. So Harrison, I would ask you what you want for the next week, but I'm pretty sure we've got a good
Character customization that he can fiddle with.
Yeah, a good old fiddle with.
Well, no, actually, I do want a bit more of some sub.
Kill Bunny, please Oakley, don't stream that, lol. Yeah, oh, don't worry, this is not being edited out at all.
It's not being edited, which is bad. God's sake. Harrison, what do you want over the next week?
To go into the character generation and have a fidget, obviously, but
Fiddle.
I'm looking forward to getting some sub roles in, like personal transport and stuff. So personnel transport. Sorry.
I thought you said meant sub rolls. I was thinking more like ham and cheese or pepperoni
Well, no,
or
Meatballs.
I was
Like making me a
thinking
sandwich?
meatball
like,
sub. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to go along the lines of Val here and say that I'd like another system so that could be made possible in future weeks.
And from what they've been explaining, that is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be more of a major focus now. I think that
But
should be.
I think they need to get the basics working before they can add that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
They're going to get some balancing correct and
they're
stuff.
still working on Nix, I think. Yeah, more than likely. They probably are still working on Nix. So that's not going to be with us until 2.7 or something. Silly.
Kill Bunny's got a good point.
Has he? Let's hear it then. What's he saying?
Reliant flight ready and cargo system introduced.
Over the next week?
I think that's pushing the Reliant,
but then again, having a whole new system input is not a particularly realistic point either, you know, because how are they going to put that
it's what he
all
wants
in?
to see, but I don't see that happening in a week.
I think at the moment they're still very much confirming persistence and getting all that done. That's the biggest thing.
And that's like one of the biggest building blocks of the rest of this game. Is persistence.
Mm-hmm. Icarus, what would you like to see happen over the next week?
Honestly, I mean, this 2.4 coming out, it was quite the huge push, and they worked really hard for that. I actually want to see the guys relax a little bit. You know, they worked hard to make something awesome like this happen. Brush it up, make it look better than what it is. Maybe, you know, the hot fixes to things that need to be fixed, and just take a moment to reflect on what they've made and take pride in.
No, I've put money into this. They should be working 24/7. They shouldn't have a rest. They shouldn't have a holiday. They just sit there and throw crackers at them until the game's freaking finished.
No, but I do want them to take a look and see what's breaking in the game and fix it before moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Slow and steady doesn't win the race, but at least you don't end up splattered on the wall.
He's got a point, you know.
You're talking about developing a video game. How are you going to get splattered against the wall?
That happens a lot in this game. I don't know if you do
they
that.
have a trebuchet?
Fly out of the freaking... You splattered against the freaking gantry in the back of the Starfarer the other day.
Wow.
Oh, there we go again.
I don't want to know, guys. Christ.
Blimey.
Chris, you still there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can
it's
still
just-
hear you.
We're all here still. All right,
Just
good.
my webcam is Skype. I fucking hate Skype so much. Right. Okay. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Oh god. Okay. Apparently not. Shit.
You're still on.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I really don't know. Like,
We were just
Skype,
fucking with you.
Skype is being so weird right now. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up and say what I would like to see over the next week is just brushing up on persistence, all that good stuff. Getting things polished, and obviously have a bit of a break. 2.4, just bug fixes, that kind of thing. Hooch, what would you like to see over the next week?
Just obviously keep going as is going, but bit of news. We're going to be coming out with a date for the Big Benny Challenge pretty soon, so stay tuned. We're going to make it as a Facebook event.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right,
Okay.
I think we need to abandon ship here because it's all going wrong. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
It will be better next week, I'm sure.
Yeah. Good grief. Anyway, signing off. Everybody have a good one.
Bye.
Night.